Here's a look through the latest charts for the next few days, and starting with Friday, a reasonable day in many places. A ridge of high pressure is across the country, dry and bright overall. Generally light winds, could be a chilly one first thing though across parts of Wales and the Pennines, just as a north-northwesterly is in place. And later in the day, winds will turn southwesterly and strengthen as fronts move in from the Atlantic. Now 1 or 2 snow showers may just be around across the far north and northwest Highlands, maybe just moving into the Cairngorms in the morning, but those will all fade. Just to run the rainfall sequence on into Friday evening, and we do have fronts coming in from the Atlantic then, and that will start to bring some rain and some snow onto western Scottish mountains. Chiefly rain on lower slopes and around the coast, but inland could give some snowfalls, even down to quite low levels for a time, particularly above 500 or 600 metres. And that will then tend to fade overnight into Saturday as those fronts just weaken, but further fronts will be moving in from the Atlantic by the first part of Saturday daytime, and that turning heavier then, and rain maybe preceded by some snow just for a time, but becoming chiefly rain as warmer air just comes in, and those fronts will move eastwards through the daytime on Saturday. So that's where we find ourselves by midday on Saturday, those fronts moving their way eastwards across the country. A warm sector that passes east just lifts temperatures towards or above freezing, even on the higher tops for a time, but freezing levels will drop behind this cold front as it moves in from the northwest, maybe quite abruptly as you go through Saturday afternoon, bringing snow back down onto the mountains. Chiefly all rain though across the hills of England and Wales as we go right the way through the day, and strong to gale force winds that may be widely severe gale force across the higher mountains, 50, 60, 70 miles per hour or maybe a bit more across the far north. And staying windy through into Sunday, maybe strengthening with time, widely gale force much of the day I think across England and Wales. Scotland may just start a bit lighter before strengthening towards gale force as time goes on. A waving frontal system then coming in from the Atlantic will push milder air back into all regions, so lifting above freezing as the day goes on, even on the higher tops I would have thought. It may just be that there's some snow around early in the day as that front runs into chillier air across the Highlands, but extensively all becoming rain, and lots of low cloud around the western coasts, all the way across from Wales, northwest England into western Scotland. Highest cloud bases somewhere towards the northeastern side of the Highlands. Now by Monday it looks as though those fronts will pass through and a cold front passes southeastwards through the day. Some uncertainty on the timing. I think freezing levels will tend to drop. A spell of rain, maybe some snow on its back edge on the highest tops, and then some showers of some snow and some hail coming into the northwest Highlands, and still looking windy and feeling colder by this stage, below freezing on most of the higher tops then. So stay right up to date with the very latest information for your mountain region, all the local details updated every single day in the written files, and we'll have the full planning video outlook for the week ahead updated on Friday.